Across temples, scrolls, and silent chambers, ancient faiths carried secrets, many of which remain locked away. Sacred relics vanished without trace, hidden gospels buried beneath centuries of silence. Underground chambers sealed, untouched by modern eyes. Rituals performed in darkness, their meaning forgotten. From the Ark of the Covenant to the mysteries beneath the Sphinx, from forbidden texts to lost teachings, echoes of spiritual knowledge drift just beyond our grasp. Tonight we journey through the quiet corridors of forgotten wisdom, not to explain but to feel the weight of mystery. Some truths were hidden for a reason, and some may still be waiting to be found. Step quietly into the whispering shadows of time, where legend and reality waltz together in the dance of ancient curiosity. Among history's treasures, the Ark of the Covenant emerges as a relic shrouded in enigma and reverence. It calls from the age-old tapestry of the ancients, a vessel cloaked in myth, wisdom, and elusive truth. The Ark was crafted in the deserts of Sinai during the halcyon journey of the Israelites from the land of Egypt. Careful hands fashioned it from acacia wood, its surface kissed with gold, transforming it into a divine repository. Within its revered confinement, sacred tablets were said to reside, bearing the commandments etched by divine decree. Yet, the Ark was more than mere relic. It pulsed with the presence of the divine, entrenched at the heart of Israel's worship. The Ark's essence transcended being a vessel, embodying cosmic order and divine protection, a bridge between the known and the celestial realm. Legends wove tales of its ethereal powers, of serene energies contained within its golden walls, perhaps hints of knowledge far beyond our modern grasp. As stone tablets whispered truths of ancestral faith, the Ark hinted at a cosmic depth, suggesting not just history, but an odyssey into the mysteries of existence itself. From Sinai's sacred sands to the heights of Jerusalem, the Ark's journey mapped more than geography. It chronicled an odyssey of hope, unity, and unparalleled spiritual authority. In each battle it accompanied, the Ark was a beacon of divine presence, bolstering Israelite spirit and daunting their foes. Stories of miraculous victories said to be fueled by the Ark's power filled scroll and scripture. Yet its travels also bore witness to vulnerability, captured briefly by the Philistines and marked by strife and redemption. Eventually finding sanctuary in Jerusalem, the Ark became the pivot of a developing spiritual empire under King David's reign, housed solemnly within Solomon's magnificent temple. Despite this grandeur, historical silence eventually enveloped the Ark, akin to a mighty river slipping quietly beneath the earth. With the Babylonian conquest, the temple fell, and the Ark vanished into the annals of time, its fate shadowed by diverse theories. Did devotees secrete it away, safeguarding it from foreign hands, or was it spirited across lands afar, its rest temporarily obscured, until the world once more proved ready for its revelation? Each theory, like a new breeze upon ancient sands, adds complexity and depth, encouraging us to ponder not just its possible past, but its eternal symbolism. Delve into the corridors of legend, and new vistas emerge. Ethiopian tradition claims the Ark resides within their sacred bounds, an assertion passionately guarded and never revealed to outsiders. Here, echoes of Solomon and Sheba's lineage infuse legend with life, adding layers to the Ark's narrative. Jerusalem's hidden chambers beckon too, their walls woven with whispers of as yet undiscovered secrets. What truly lay inside the Ark, beyond the tablets of the covenant? While tradition speaks of commandments, stories also tell of Aaron's rod and manna, a celestial toolkit of spiritual symbols. These contents, whether tangible or allegorical, suggested a rich layering of faith, crafted to imbue its keepers with divine insight. The symbolism of the Ark reaches beyond ancient texts and rituals, rippling through the ages. It embodies not only an unbroken pact with the divine, but also becomes a mirror reflecting humanity's enduring quest for knowledge, guidance, and inner transformation. It finds echoes in modern consciousness, its storied past inspiring tales spun in film and literature alike. Fiction by its essence, these narratives refresh our sense of wonder, kindling a yearning for uncovering the divine within the everyday. Across religions, the Ark serves as a symbolic crossroads. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity find resonances in its narrative, fostering engagement and fostering dialogue that transcends doctrinal divides. In the Ark's shadow, interfaith conversation flourishes, each tradition finding echoes of its spiritual pursuit woven into the Ark's legacy. The Ark as a symbol remains deeply ingrained within humanity's quest for understanding. Its story does not belong solely to the past. It whispers to the dreamers and seekers of today's world, fueling contemplations of faith, mystery, and eternal promise. Let us listen, then, to its echoes, embodying a mystery as profound and enthralling as the hidden realms of the universe, an ancient enigma forever inviting exploration from the curious whispers of time. In the waning days of 1945, amid the age-old sands of Nag Hammadi, Egypt, a discovery emerged beneath the worn hands of a local farmer, akin to a revelation concealed within a sealed clay jar. This find, known as the Nag Hammadi Library, contained 13 leather-bound papyrus codices that offered not just whispers of history, but revolutionary insights into the kaleidoscope of early Christian theology. Written in the language of the Copts, these texts unveiled the Gnostic views some early followers of Jesus may have held, ideas destined to clash with the towering edifice of Orthodox Christianity. Resurrected within these relics were Gospels and writings like the Gospel of Thomas and the Secret Book of John, which painted a portrait of Jesus, not merely as the Son of God, but as a luminous sage who unravelled divine mysteries through self-knowledge and spiritual insight. Unlike the canonized scriptures that unfold the chronology of Christ's life, this collection journeyed into metaphysical realms, urging a reflection on the cosmos and the hidden potential within the soul. In this hushed unveiling, we glimpse a world where early Christian voices spoke of direct communion with the divine, far apart from rigid dogmas or creeds laid down by institutional authority. Among these sacred texts, the Gospel of Thomas stands as a testament to lost wisdom, bereft of narrative, yet rich in 114 cryptic sayings of Jesus that echo the canon but ring with a mystical resonance. Here, Jesus calls forth not as a teacher of parables, but as a seeker of profound self-realization, uttering riddles of enlightenment and inviting followers to discover the kingdom of God within. Absent are apocalyptic visions and solemn judgments. Instead, the focus drifts to spiritual transformation in the present moment, as followers are beckoned to uncover divine sparks within themselves. With the rise of the early church and the stamp of orthodoxy through ecumenical councils, Gnostic thought became a stream suppressed, deemed heretical, and driven underground, marking a battle not just of theology but of power. Figures like Irenaeus and Tertullian stood staunchly against these texts, arguing their threat to the burgeoning authority of the Church. As dogma solidified around a singular narrative, the Gnostics' emphasis on inner light as the path to salvation was eclipsed, their teachings hidden or destroyed, save for remnants like those uncovered at Nag Hammadi. Notably, the presence of Sophia, divine wisdom personified, weaves through Gnostic scripture with a luminous thread. Unlike the patriarchal tradition of Orthodox faith, these texts envision Sophia as integral to the cosmos and the soul's journey towards enlightenment. Sophia's descent from the Pleroma, a realm of divine plenitude, mirrors humanity's own quest for spiritual redemption. Her narrative, one of fall and restoration, illuminates a pathway from chaos back to wholeness, urging a balance that transcends gender and reflects unity with the divine. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, too, invites reflection upon Mary's pivotal role, not a mere follower, but a custodian of esoteric wisdom. Here, Mary's voice is a beacon of enlightenment, positioning her as a leader within early Christian discourse, perhaps equal in spiritual stature to her male counterparts. Through her insights, we perceive a lens into an early church where gender did not confine role or spirit, challenging modern notions of apostolic tradition and inviting us to reconsider the landscape of those nascent communities. Gnostic cosmology teems with imagery of aeons and emanations, intricate webs of divine light spiraling from an ineffable source. This structure, known as the Pleroma, clamours with beings embodying facets of truth and love, reflecting humanity's spiritual essence and the tapestry of divine reality. Through these lenses, adherents are not merely travellers of the flesh, but souls on a journey towards the celestial, a quest to return to the harmonious core of being. At the heart of Gnostic mysteries lies the pursuit of gnosis, knowledge that transcends intellect, a realization of inner divinity, attainable through direct experience rather than dogma. To awaken is to see beyond the material veil, finding transformation in introspection and mystical practice, where the light of understanding dawns within. Here lies the call, to seek personal truth, to question established norms, and to embrace the divine within and beyond. Duality, like a shadow cast under a sunlit sky, wends its way through Gnostic teachings. Here, the physical world is a realm overseen by the demiurge, a creator seen through dimmed eyes, contrasted by the purity of an untouched spiritual realm. This cosmic play calls us to transcend material bonds and embrace spiritual liberation, to witness institutions not as chains but challenges inviting deeper reflection. Today, as these texts re-emerge, they resonate with spiritual quests that champion personal enlightenment and universal truths, echoing through modern dialogues on faith and freedom. As we contemplate what could have been, had Gnostic voices not been hushed, we marvel at a tapestry not forgotten but found anew, one that invites each seeker to weave their thread into the story of existence, awakening to the mysteries of the ancient and ever-present divine. Embarking on a descent into the shadowed catacombs beneath the Vatican, one finds oneself wandering through the corridors of time, held within the very walls of history. Within this sacred vault lies the Vatican archives, a place where mysteries are whispered by the stones themselves. These chambers, cloaked in secrecy, are rumoured to protect not only the administrative records of the Church, but also sacred texts imbued with profound spiritual significance. One imagines the footsteps of past scholars echoing in these halls, each step taken in pursuit of truths veiled in the drapery of time, silenced by centuries of guardianship. As each corridor unfolds, the mind drifts to the idea of forbidden texts and unpublished manuscripts hidden from the light, lurking beneath layers of dust and disuse. The very whisper of such forbidden knowledge ignites the imagination. What could lie within these hallowed tomes that the world must not see? Speculation abounds of ancient prophecies and gospels once cast into shadows for fear of their light. Unseen within these pages are stories that challenge the constraints of orthodox beliefs, tales that may alter our understanding of divine truth and human destiny. The mind lingers on prophecies, visions carried through time, offering glimpses into the profound cosmic tapestry of past, present, and future. If such prophecies lie hidden, their revelation could unravel the tightly woven threads of human history, weaving new narratives that challenge established paradigms. Imagine visions of monumental events and apocalypse, predictions that add layers of depth to the Catholic tradition, whispering of divine intervention in the march of time. One wonders, do these predictions remain locked away to safeguard the ecclesiastical order? Beyond the spiritual lies speculation of secular histories hidden from view. The Vatican, in its storied past, stood at the crossroads of earthly power and divine grace. Could these documents fill gaps in our understanding of early civilizations, unveiling unfiltered revelations of the Church's role in shaping nations? Such records, if they exist, may reveal the Church's intimate dialogue with monarchs, their hand in moments of conflict and resolution, and the secret exchanges woven into the fabric of religious practices long since obscured. Guardians of these hallowed halls bear the weight of ages as the keepers of sacred knowledge. These archivists, bound in both duty and secrecy, stand as sentinels at the confluence of history and faith. Their task is not merely custodianship, but reverent protection of untold stories and hidden prophecies. With unwavering dedication, they tread the silent path between preservation and revelation, embodying the duality of divine and temporal responsibilities. Among the fabled treasures of these chambers are rumours of secret correspondences and papal decrees penned through the ages. These missives echo through time, revealing alliances and declarations that may have swayed the fate of nations. Such documents, if revealed, could shine a light on the influence the Church wielded over worldly powers and alter our perception of history's grander design. One imagines letters graced with the ink of divine and diplomatic intention, weaving narratives of power and faith. The allure of unseen artifacts whispers to the curious soul. Beyond the Vatican's renowned repositories lie relics resting away from public gaze, objects of spiritual and historical significance waiting to tell their tales. Whether sacred emblems of ancient rituals or tokens of pivotal spiritual events, these artifacts hold the magnetism of the mystic, breathing life into the echoing chambers. Amidst the shadows of rumour resides the myth of the Black Pope, an enigmatic figure thought to command unseen authority within the Vatican's concealed depths. Such a tale only stirs the imagination further, suggesting a shadow sovereign steering the path of faith with a masterful hand. Whether truth or mere fable, the legend enriches the tapestry of intrigue that enfolds these secretive vaults. The journey through this labyrinth is one that countless scholars yearn to take, a pilgrimage of patience and reverence. Restricted access renders the archives an eternal tease for the scholarly mind, each carefully passed document a piece of a vast puzzle. The dance of preservation against inquiry defines this interaction, with scholars navigating a tightly controlled world of restricted permissions and strategic revelations as they seek transformative insights. Yet, as time presses on, the future of the Vatican's sealed chambers beckons, shrouded in questions. In an era leaning toward transparency and digital discovery, one wonders if the Church will tilt toward openness or remain wrapped in tradition. The tension between unveiling these mysteries and preserving their aura draws the curious spirit. Will the archive's confines crack to spill forth wisdom, or will they continue to cradle their enigmatic treasures in the silence of ages? These questions hum with potential, leaving us to gaze into the mysterious heart of the Vatican's vaults, lingering on the cusp of revelation. The tale of the Dead Sea Scrolls begins in the shadows of 1947, when fate led a wandering Bedouin shepherd to a hidden cache within the barren landscapes of Qumran. Sheltered in the unforgiving terrain near the Dead Sea, these ancient manuscripts slumbered for over 2 millennia, their fibres woven with the spiritual and cultural essence of ancient Jewish communities during the Second Temple era. Within these scrolls lie countless fragments, whispers from a time lost to history, still cocooned in mystery and defying translation. These shards of wisdom, shrouded in the language of yore, tease us with secrets from a forgotten past. As we gaze upon them, we ask, what truths might they tell, and how might they reshape the tapestry of biblical history? These fragments, collected over decades, form a mosaic waiting to be pieced together by the patient hands of scholars. Yet their nature, fraught with linguistic intricacies and often damaged states, poses challenges. They beckon linguists and historians alike to unravel their complex symbolism within an ancient echo. Speculation swirls around them like dust in desert winds, offering glimpses into the lives and thoughts of those who once navigated the shifting sands of faith and belief. Many believe that within these fragments lie revelations capable of shedding light on Jewish thought during tumultuous times, poised between history and myth. Translating these fragments requires more than linguistic prowess. It demands an empathy toward the past's cultural and religious essence. These untold stories rest in scholarly purgatory, awaiting a voice to reclaim them for our age. In their incomplete glory, the fragments from Qumran challenge modern scholars as ethereal puzzles etched in ancient Hebrew, Aramaic and Greek. Each fragment's interpretation emerges from a dance between linguistic insight and the imagination, mirroring the cosmic journey of mapping the heavens with only dim stars for guidance. For every shard understood, many more await, teasing with elliptical clues pointing to doctrines, prophecies, and long-vanished histories shaped by the minds and spirits of those now silent. Embedded in these relics might be the very narratives that could redefine spiritual understandings or shed light on the beliefs of long-forgotten sects, like the Essenes, believed by some to be the guardians of these scrolls. Here lies potential for discoveries that awaken teachings buried by time, leaving the vibrant spiritual life of ancient peoples lingering in the modern world like a shadow. Some scholars are captured by the tantalizing thought that among these unexplored fragments there may reside hidden prophecies or secret teachings, keys to unlock ancient wisdom lost or suppressed. Might these fragments recount apocalyptic visions yet unimagined, or divine tenets long forgotten? Within them could lie interpretations that might confront modern religious doctrines or alter historical understanding at its core. In these ancient lines may be inscribed insights on celestial movements or contemporary interpretations from their epoch, waiting to enrich human understanding of fate's riddle. The scholar's pursuit is not a dry academic affair. It's an engagement with the soul's yearning, an odyssey into the unknown past that might yet light the way for the present. The pursuit to decrypt these enigmatic texts sits at the heart of scholarly debate. Long-standing access restrictions turned this intellectual quest into a contested ground, where calls for transparency and wider engagement echoed against the walls of academic fortresses. Technological advances, however, have begun to unravel these dusty scrolls. Rather than purely relying on scholarly initiative, contemporary researchers wield tools like spectral imaging and machine learning. These bright lights against the ancient darkness allow us to glimpse words as they were first inscribed, drawing hidden scripts from obscurity's embrace. Drawing upon the historical and religious context of Qumran deepens the layered narrative needed to interpret these scrolls. Believed to be home to the Essenes, a sect wrapped in ascetic devotion, this site offers a tapestry of religious practice and mystical thought. Amidst Roman dominance, they crafted a hidden life tied closely to scriptural interpretations and eschatological dreams. Understanding this milieu provides a crucial perspective to read into the scroll's fragmented messages, echoing through a desert solitude, texts crafted in anticipation of a cosmic confrontation they believed awaited just beyond the horizon. The undaunted modern scholar, blending tradition with innovation, finds in these scroll fragments a voice to dialogue across centuries, engaging in multidisciplinary routes, fusing linguistics, archaeology, and religious studies. They are writing a narrative that invokes distant whispers to speak anew. As interpretations surface, they form a bridge between ages, unlocking dialogues with antiquity that resonate in our shared consciousness, inviting modern ears to listen for truths long buried. Collectively, these untranslated fragments express an opportunity to enhance our grasp of the scroll's spiritual and thematic messages. Weaving these fragments into existing translations reshapes our view of a dynamic spiritual landscape during the Second Temple period. In doing so, they provide insights that span societal evolutions and cultural identity, stitching our current contemplations to those of ancient seekers, uniting humanity's timeless pursuit of knowledge. Each revealed message enriches a culture far beyond its time, standing on our present shores as a beacon of our shared ancient past, urging us ever onward in the gentle quest for wisdom, echoing from time's depths. In the quiet embrace of Egypt's desert, the great Sphinx of Giza stands resolute, a legendary guardian of time and mystery. This magnificent figure, carved from the bedrock of the earth, possesses the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, its form rich with symbolism and enigma. The Sphinx, with its eternal gaze fixed on the rising sun, has provoked endless speculation and intrigue. A sentinel over the golden sands, it whispers tales from epochs long past, hinting at mysteries buried deep beneath its massive pores. Some scholars have dared to suggest that its creation predates the pyramids themselves, perhaps the work of an ancient, forgotten civilization. Beneath its formidable exterior, the Sphinx is rumoured to guard hidden passageways and chambers, possibly containing the lost wisdom of bygone eras. Legends tell of the Hall of Records, an elusive trove of forgotten knowledge and spiritual insights waiting to be discovered. Amidst swirling whispers of forgotten technologies and spiritual treasures, the Sphinx captures the imaginations of those who seek to connect the fragmented histories of our world's civilizations. Its presence is a fusion of myth and reality, a stone testament to ancient legends and cosmic observations. Yet its secrets remain closely guarded by time and the Egyptian government, which zealously protects this national icon, shrouding its depths in mystery. The advancements of modern technology have offered us a glimpse into these secrets hidden beneath the sands. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed astonishing anomalies, voids and hollow spaces beneath the Sphinx's pores. Such discoveries tantalize the mind, painting images of undiscovered relics and esoteric wisdom waiting to be unveiled. Each void represents a blank canvas, a puzzle begging to be solved. Yet bureaucracy and politics entwine with curiosity, keeping the ancient sentinel's depths unexplored, an enigma veiled in the sands of Giza. Eager archaeologists and scholars, aware of the academic rigour required, dream of sanctioned excavations that might answer fundamental questions about the builders of this grand monument and their spiritual motivations. The mystery of the Sphinx deepens with the legend of the Hall of Records. In the early 20th century, Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, spoke of a hidden repository beneath the Sphinx containing profound, ancient wisdom. His clairvoyant visions ignited decades of exploration, attracting seekers of knowledge, both scientific and mystical. This fabled chamber, purportedly filled with records of a vanished civilization, beckons to the human spirit that craves understanding and enlightenment. While mainstream archaeologists remain skeptical, the allure of the Hall of Records persists, drawing spiritual adventurers who yearn to unveil truths that might harmonize humanity and usher in an epoch of growth. The Sphinx stands as a gateway to ancient Egyptian esoteric knowledge, a beacon of spiritual wisdom. Within its enigmatic form lies the synthesis of celestial themes and cosmological understanding. This vast monument embodies the delicate balance between the divine and mundane, a guardian of the mysteries connecting the heavens and earth. Egyptian texts, rich with metaphor and allegory, hint at secrets waiting to be decoded, cosmic alignments, cycles of life, death, and rebirth, etched in the fabric of the universe and human existence. Yet these ancient mysteries are not simply remnants of metaphysical musings. They are profound inquiries into the nature of consciousness itself. The Sphinx, as keeper of esoteric truths, invites scholars to explore the spiritual symbolism that permeates its structure. It echoes with reverence for life's interconnectedness, a lasting testament to an advanced civilization's understanding and reverence for cosmic order. The Egyptian authorities, in their commitment to preserving national pride, enforce stringent protections on the Sphinx, maintaining its secrets under close watch. This guardianship ensures the monument's integrity, safeguarding its narrative for future generations. Yet these restrictions kindle frustration among researchers and give rise to theories of secretive gatekeeping. The questions that linger in the shadow of the Sphinx are as ancient as the sands that surround it, serving as a paradox between our desire for knowledge and the need for preservation. Carved into its stone, the Sphinx bears symbols and hidden meanings, a tapestry of myth and reality unique to Egyptian culture. These narratives, encoded in ancient texts like the Pyramid Text and the Book of the Dead, offer glimpses into a civilization steeped in sacred wisdom. Through elaborate metaphors and ceremony, the ancients delved into life's mysteries, guiding humanity's journey through existence. From the cosmic perspective, the Sphinx is more than a mere monument. It is a celestial sentinel, reflecting the heavens above. Scholars propose fascinating astronomical theories considering the Sphinx's alignment with the stars and celestial events. This astral connection suggests that the monument is part of a grand calendar, echoing ancient tales of spiritual transformation and cosmic evolutions. Ultimately, the Sphinx serves as a powerful symbol of humanity's spiritual quest, embodying universal aspirations for enlightenment. As historians and dreamers ponder its mysteries, the journey towards uncovering the truths within this monumental guardian continues. Each discovery brings us closer to the light of understanding, our souls entwined with the mysteries that linger, eternally intertwined within the great Sphinx's enigmatic gaze. In a time when the world was steeped in the myriad gods of ancient pantheons, Zoroaster emerged as a beacon of spiritual evolution, introducing one of humanity's earliest monotheistic traditions. In the lands of ancient Persia, where vast deserts and lush oases coalesced into a landscape of contrasts, this mysterious prophet offered a vision centered around the teachings of Ahura Mazda, the wise lord. Central to this vision was the duality of good and evil, encapsulated in the sacred fire, a symbol of divine light and purity. Within Zoroastrian communities, fire temples served as sanctuaries of this perpetual flame, embodying a profound connection between the physical and spiritual realms. These flames danced in resonance with Ahura Mazda's eternal light, upheld by priests known as magi, who wove rituals rich with cosmic significance around each flicker. The architecture of Zoroastrian fire temples stands as a physical manifestation of their spiritual tenets. These holy structures, ranging from modest shrines to imposing edifices, were ingeniously designed to mirror celestial phenomena, reflecting the profound astronomical knowledge of their builders. At their core, the Atash Bahram, the most sacred fire, was tended with reverence, its eternal glow a beacon of truth in a world shadowed by chaos. This sacred space was more than a religious heart. It was a vessel preserving the esoteric wisdom of the ancients. Even today, much of its knowledge remains hidden, whispering through the ruins and faintly calling scholars to rediscover the lost threads of Zoroastrian thought. The fire temples functioned not only as places of worship, but as celestial observatories, their stones aligned with the stars, creating a cosmic symphony of architecture and astral insights. This alignment speaks of an ancient mastery of astronomy, displaying knowledge of the heavens woven seamlessly into religious ritual. The Zoroastrians observed the heavens with reverence, seeing in the celestial bodies a divine order, the movements of which echoed the cosmic tenets of Ahura Mazda. It is within these alignments that we find the threads of a sophisticated system of thought that predated and arguably influenced the scientific revolutions to come. Zoroaster himself remains an enigma, a historical figure obscured by the veils of legend and time. His life, shrouded in mystery, offers traces of a profound vision that extended far beyond religious doctrine into the realms of moral philosophy and cosmic order. His teachings, crystallized in the sacred passages of the Avesta, offer guidance for overcoming darkness with the light of truth, principles that resonate with universal themes of righteousness and the divine cosmic order. Through his wisdom, a spiritual legacy was forged, influencing not only the immediate followers of Zoroastrianism, but also casting ripples across the tapestry of religious history. In Zoroastrianism, fire is more than a symbol. It is the divine made visible, embodying purity and transformation. Considered a physical manifestation of Ahura Mazda's light, the sacred flame plays an integral role in rituals of spiritual renewal, mirroring the eternal battle between good and evil. It purifies and elevates, an emblem of the quest for truth and moral integrity, embodying the soul's journey towards enlightenment. Within its glow, followers of Zoroaster seek not only spiritual renewal, but also a deeper understanding of cosmic balance, an ancient meditation on the nature of the universe and humanity's place within it. The rituals conducted within these temples are intricate tapestries of devotion, layered with meanings that stretch across history and echo back to the celestial mysteries. Here, amidst chants and the scent of sandalwood, priests perform ancient rites that link the mundane with the divine. These ceremonies reinforce community ties, connecting the faithful with each other and with the overarching cosmic order. The temples, as heartbeats of the community, serve as places of gathering and continuity, preserving both the sacred flame and the spiritual teachings that sustain the Zoroastrian legacy. The influence of Zoroastrianism resonated through time, leaving echoes in the philosophies and religious beliefs that followed. Its visions of divine judgment, cosmic order, and moral dualism have left an indelible mark on the monotheistic traditions that succeeded it. Yet much of its cosmological depth remains elusive, hidden beneath layers of time and history. The fire temples stand as silent witnesses to this ancient wisdom, urging us to delve into their mysteries and uncover the forgotten insights that shaped human understanding. In recent times, the quiet reflections of scholars have given rise to renewed explorations. Modern archaeologists, propelled by curiosity and reverence, have begun to peel back the layers of these ancient sanctuaries, uncovering secrets held fast by time. Through their work, we glimpse into the depth of Zoroastrian knowledge, a spectrum of science and spirituality waiting to be illuminated. These investigations promise not only to enrich our knowledge of Zoroastrian practices, but also to offer a deeper understanding of the spiritual legacy that has quietly woven itself into the fabric of human history, inviting us once more into the light of understanding. For nearly 2,000 years, the Eleusinian Mysteries captivated the ancient world, a spiritual beacon gleaming with promises of enlightened transcendence. Known simply as the Mysteries, these elaborate ceremonies beckoned seekers from every corner of Greek society, offering glimpses of cosmic truths beyond daily existence. Veiled in secrecy, whispers of their profundity were scattered through history, shared by luminaries such as Plato, whose philosophical musings carried their imprints. The mysteries were not merely secret gatherings. They were transformative journeys that altered the lives of those bold enough to participate. In these enigmatic rites, the hidden traditions and allegorical wisdom that left generations awestruck now invite us on a journey of curious exploration. At their core, the Eleusinian Mysteries are steeped in the mythological narrative of Demeter, goddess of the harvest, and her daughter Persephone. This eternal tale of abduction and reunion resonated deeply with the cycles of life and nature, embodying the promise of rebirth and renewal. The story speaks not of entertainment, but of allegory, of life's impermanence and the eternal dance of existence and transformation. In honouring these cycles, initiates were led to revelations about life, death, and the soul's journey beyond. While the mysteries maintained a vow of silence under the penalty of death, this veil of secrecy has only deepened modern interest, urging us to marvel at what these ancient rites could have symbolised. The journey into the Eleusinian Mysteries began with the lesser and greater mysteries, each offering pathways to spiritual awakening. The lesser mysteries, held in Agre during the spring, introduced initiates, known as mystai, to the sacred narrative's threshold. Purification rites, perhaps involving the cleansing waters of the river Ilissos, prepared them for deeper revelations. This preparation was vital, ensuring that initiates approached the greater mysteries with open hearts and minds. In autumn, the greater mysteries unfolded in Eleusis, hosting grand processions, mythological reenactments, and possibly the sacramental consumption of kykeon, a drink speculated to contain transformative ingredients. Though lost to time, this elixir may have elevated initiates to realms of illuminated consciousness, offering a glimpse into divine mysteries. As participants traversed these ancient corridors, they were not passive observers, but active vessels in a sacred drama. The personal transformation promised by the mysteries required an unwavering commitment, a transition marked by rituals that echoed with secrecy and wonder. In stepping across the threshold into Eleusis, initiates became spiritual seekers, both audience and actors, as they engaged with universal truth. The experience extended beyond ritual to personal revelation, nurturing a profound exploration of consciousness, interwoven with cosmic wisdom. Symbols like the torch or sheaf possibly held profound meanings, whispering to the initiate that they were part of a grand, universal story of death and rebirth. Central to the Eleusinian experience was the ceremonial drink kykeon. Much like a key unlocking divine insight, this sacred elixir was imbued with symbolism and speculation. Traditionally comprised of barley, mint, and water, kykeon's role transcended mere nourishment. Some suggest it may have held psychoactive properties, derived from substances such as ergot, offering initiates transcendent experiences and divine communion. Through this sacramental act, initiates tasted more than a drink. They tasted mystery, accessing realms normally obscured by everyday perception. This elixir, of both spiritual and communal significance, reminded those gathered that transformational power often lies in the simple and the sacred. The mysteries, rich with symbolism and allegory, turned every gesture into a gateway of understanding. Symbols infused the rituals with layers of meaning, drawing initiates deeper into the voyage of discovery. An ear of corn, a representation of life's cyclical nature, served as more than a symbol of nourishment. It was a guide to interconnectedness, underlining the divine dance of regeneration. Through dramatic retellings of Demeter's myth, initiates embraced allegory as teachers, reflecting on life's narrative against the backdrop of universal themes. Each symbolic gesture whispered a timeless truth, gently nudging seekers closer to the mystical heart of the teachings and the eternal cycles they revealed. Beyond rites and rituals, the influence of the Eleusinian Mysteries rippled through ancient Greek thought, stamped upon the cultural tapestry of the classical world. Philosophers like Plato found inspiration within the mysteries, weaving themes of rebirth and immortality into their philosophical explorations. These rites not only shaped beliefs and practices, but also underscored philosophical inquiries into the cosmos and the human condition. The mysteries ignited curiosity, compelling generations to peer into the unknown. This perennial thirst for wisdom fostered environments of intellectual and creative flourishing. As the teachings echoed in art, literature, and spiritual contemplation, leaving seekers perpetually reaching toward the stars. Despite their indelible influence, the Eleusinian Mysteries eventually succumbed to the tides of change as Christianity rose within the Roman Empire. By the late 4th century CE, decrees banning pagan rituals and historical episodes such as the Visigoth sackings mark the Mysteries' decline. Yet echoes of Eleusis continue to resonate through history, their wisdom whispered through time. Still adorned with sacred allure, these rites invite modern seekers to engage and explore the universes hidden within both history and the soul. Their mystery, a testament to humanity's endless quest for transcendence, persists, a star lighting paths for any who wish to walk them. Beneath the golden sands of Egypt, in a place called Nag Hammadi, a lost world lingered, waiting for the right moment to whisper its forgotten secrets to the wind. In 1945, these whispers emerged as a collection of Gnostic texts, rediscovered treasures revealing ancient voices and ideas that had been buried for millennia. Gnosticism, that mystical offshoot of early Christianity, stood apart by valuing personal spiritual knowledge over the rigid constructs of dogma. Within these texts lay the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Philip, and the Gospel of Truth, each an echo of diverse spiritual landscapes that offered radical reconceptions of the divine and salvation. These notions emphasized an inner journey, a path to enlightenment within oneself rather than through external authoritative channels. The unearthing of these writings was not merely an archaeological feat. It challenged the very foundations of accepted faith and beckoned a reconsideration of consciousness itself. The teachings within these texts diverged boldly from those of mainstream Christianity. For example, the Gospel of Thomas presented sayings of Jesus that were deeply introspective, urging readers towards self-discovery and direct communion with the divine essence. This gospel made no mention of the stories that typically define Jesus' life, focusing instead on wisdom that encouraged the nurturing of one's inner divinity. The Gnostics spoke not of institutional power but of transformative knowledge deemed forbidden by the prevailing religious orthodoxy of their day. It was as if these voices, once silenced, now reached through time to offer insights into the hidden realms of spiritual wisdom. In the chaotic and vibrant tapestry of early Christian thought, Gnosticism emerged, blending elements from philosophy and mystery religions. It painted a universe springing from the supreme, unknowable deity with layers of metaphorical reality. Humans, according to Gnostic belief, harboured an essence of the divine, trapped within the confines of the material world, their liberation achievable through gnosis, an awakening to their divine nature. This stood in stark contrast to the organised structure of the nascent Orthodox Christianity, which moved swiftly to consolidate doctrinal power and unity. As the new religious authority took hold, Gnostic nuances and their focus on spiritual individualism quickly became heretical. The early church councils condemned these writings, banishing them from the acceptable canon and driving Gnosticism underground. Though silenced, these ideas endured as undercurrents in history, resurfacing in the work of mystics and seekers of hidden truths. Gnosticism posits a poetic and inward-focused view of salvation. Diverging sharply from traditional notions, it placed the journey towards self-awareness and the awakening of personal divine knowledge at the centre of spiritual life. This path was not about saviours, but about recognising the divinity within, challenging the idea that mediaries were needed between humanity and God. Through meditation and spiritual exploration, adherents could peel away the material illusory layers and awaken the dormant divine spark, transcending earthly limitations and reuniting with the higher divine essence. One striking aspect of Gnostic tradition is its embrace of the divine feminine, a concept largely absent from mainstream Christian scriptures. Figures like Sophia, wisdom personified, play a pivotal role in the Gnostic vision of the cosmos, her narrative a metaphor for human enlightenment. Sophia's journey reflects themes of imbalance and redemption, and her presence underscores the importance of integrating the feminine with the masculine to achieve cosmic harmony. Gnostic tradition invites seekers to envision a divine space where gender transcends traditional divides, celebrating a union of all expressions into a complete spiritual truth, one that challenges entrenched patriarchal norms. In the intricate tapestry of Gnostic thought, the demiurge stands as a profound allegory, a divine architect overseeing a flawed creation, unaware of its own limitations. This entity symbolizes the Gnostic critique of the material world as a deceptive construct, an arena for awakening souls trapped in ignorance. The narrative of the demiurge asks followers to question the reality presented to them, urging a deeper quest into spiritual awakening that transcends superficial perceptions of existence. The esoteric texts were steeped in metaphor, designed to guide seekers to look beyond the literal and unearth hidden spiritual truths. Texts like the Gospel of Thomas, with its riddles attributed to Jesus, aimed to provoke reflection and self-discovery rather than dictating doctrine. This approach fostered an intimate personal journey into the divine mysteries, where truth bloomed in the seeker's heart. Secrecy and initiation were pillars of the Gnostic path, safeguarding the profound and transformative truths from those unprepared to comprehend them. These rites marked a sacred journey from ignorance to enlightenment, deepening the initiate's understanding of their divine connection. Such secrecy was not exclusionary, but offered a space for knowledge to unfold safely, ensuring that only those of genuine intention delved into the mysteries. The Gnostic Gospels, despite suppression, left an indelible mark across time, weaving into threads of mysticism and philosophy. In the modern era, their rediscovery ignites a fresh exploration of their esoteric wisdom, resonating with those seeking spiritual paths beyond traditional confines. Their influence on modern thought blurs boundaries between spirituality, philosophy, and psychology, facilitating a dialogue that challenges established narratives and invites personal discovery of divine connection. As these ancient texts find new life in contemporary exploration, they offer an invitation to imagine a world where their wisdom was celebrated, fostering a spiritual environment rich in diversity, self-awareness, and cosmic reverence. In their insights, we find not merely echoes of a forgotten past, but portals to a profound cosmic understanding. In the deep recesses of history, during the Shang dynasty, around 1200 BCE, a unique practice emerged that bridged humanity with the divine, the sacred art of oracle bone divination. This ancient ritual involved inscribing questions onto turtle shells or ox scapulae, which were then heated until they fractured. The delicate patterns of these fractures were interpreted as messages from the gods, guiding the people in their decisions. Each crack whispered celestial secrets, illuminating paths unknown to mortal eyes. The discovery of these ancient bones unveils a world where kings and peasants alike sought counsel, not from the visible, but from the whispers of the divine. Oracle bones, etched with the earliest forms of Chinese writing, offer a precious glimpse into the spiritual and cultural realm of ancient China. Thousands of these fragments have survived, detailing inquiries about personal matters and weighty affairs of state. Despite the passage of millennia, Many characters inscribed on these bones remain enigmatic, leaving gaps in our understanding and painting an incomplete picture of ancient wisdom. They invite us to ponder what stories and secrets might lie hidden within these undeciphered symbols. In these bones we see a civilization striving to understand existence's mysteries, reaching beyond the earthly veil. In this world of the Shang dynasty, divination was not merely a practice, it was a guiding principle underpinning crucial decisions. The oracle bone rituals, though perhaps most famous, were part of a broader tapestry of ancient practices. They believed that the celestial forces could be discerned through ominous signs, linking human action to cosmic balance. Such rituals involved intricate ceremonies to honour deities and ancestors, entreating them for favour and guidance. This fusion of governance and spirituality reflected a worldview where the visible and the invisible, the known and the unknown, were inextricably intertwined. When examining these bones, the cracks themselves were not viewed as random. Rather, they were seen as divine inscriptions, celestial codes written by forces beyond the earthly realm. By selecting the appropriate tools and applying specific heat, the diviners believed they could influence these sacred messages, coaxing clearer communication from the ethereal to the terrestrial. Such beliefs offer a glimpse into a worldview that perceived the universe as a vast, interconnected web. Each fracture was thought to be purposeful, a syllable in the divine lexicon, urging humanity to decode the perpetual enigma of existence. The oracle bones do more than reveal methods of divination. They encapsulate the essence of a culture replete with ritual and reverence. Inscriptions upon the bones often included fervent prayers for bountiful harvests, victories in battle, or the health of kings, demonstrating the integral role these practices played in maintaining cosmic harmony. Through these engravings, modern eyes can perceive a civilization striving for equilibrium between human endeavours and divine will, viewing each ritual as both a plea for guidance and an affirmation of faith in a universe governed by unseen forces. However, understanding these ancient messages is far from straightforward. Even with modern advancements, many of these ancient scripts resist full interpretation, spurring scholarly debates and inspiring a multitude of theories. Historical linguists attempt to trace the evolution of these symbols, linking them to the roots of contemporary script, while archaeologists work tirelessly to place these artifacts within the broader tapestry of Shang society. This pursuit is a mosaic pieced together from fragments, as much about reconstructing lost meanings as it is about preserving the richness of humanity's spiritual heritage. Yet the oracle bones remain partially shrouded in mystery, with thousands of fragments awaiting translation. Each unexamined piece serves as a silent container of potential revelation, potentially altering our current narratives about the ancient past. Inside these bones may lie forgotten prophecies or records of ancient calamities, narratives that echo through time with significant spiritual and historical resonance. The challenge of interpreting these inscriptions is profound, requiring the patience to engage with archaic languages and symbolic meaning, rewarding those who seek their truths with profound insights into a world long past. The practice of divination was not solely unique to the Shang dynasty. It finds resonance across the world, from the oracles of Delphi to the northern runes, showcasing a shared human desire to pierce the veil of the unknown. By comparing these methods, we uncover common threads, the universal yearning to connect with realms beyond our understanding. This comparative exploration illuminates not only the distinctiveness of each culture, but also their shared spiritual quests. a testament to humanity's enduring hope to grasp truths beyond the reach of ordinary sight. In the etchings of oracle bones, symbols emerge as an ancient language of profound depth, a mystical communion with the divine. These symbols encapsulated entire worlds within their strokes, merging human longing with celestial desire. Each carved character represented an aspiration, a divine dialogue captured in the silent eloquence of bone. This symbolic language invites modern seekers to reflect on the timeless connectivity between the tangible and the intangible, a reminder that even in an era of digital abundance, the mystical allure of symbols continues to draw us toward deeper truths. Oracle bones thus serve as bridges, connecting contemporary seekers to ancestral wisdom. They remind us of the eternal, human quest for meaning beyond our immediate perceptions. Engaging with these ancient relics allows modern individuals to reforge connections with the spiritual practices of old, interfacing with echoes of beliefs that shaped consciousness long ago. Through these inscriptions, we unlock not just the records of the past, but also the enduring legacies of thought and faith that bind the ancient with the modern. Even in today's complex world, these bones whisper enduring messages, challenging us to integrate ancient wisdom into the intricate dance of modern existence. Emerging from the mists of antiquity, Mithraism lures us with its enigmatic allure, a whisper of ritual and mystery that reverberates through the corridors of time. Born from the intangible connections between cultures, the cult of Mithras finds its roots entwined with the Persian deity Mithra, a force revered in Zoroastrian tradition as the protector of covenants and the arbiter of cosmic order. As this spiritual figure journeyed from the east into the heart of the Roman Empire, it morphed into a mystery cult, a silent current flowing beneath the surface of Roman spiritual life, where it entwined like vines with the established religious beliefs of the time. In contemplating Mithras, one encounters the transformation of a Persian divine figure into a Roman solar deity, Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. This transformation reflects a divine adaptation akin to sunlight refracting through prisms, painting a vibrant and multifaceted tableau of human belief. Followers of Mithras, predominantly male and often soldiers or tradesmen, engaged in secretive rituals beneath the earth. In Mithraea, sacred spaces carved into stone, echoing the primordial cave where Mithras performed the legendary tauroctony, the symbolic slaying of the sacred bull. These underground temples, reflecting the journey from darkness to the light of understanding, testify to a communal aspiration towards enlightenment. Within these sanctuaries, the dim light of flickering flames cast shadows that danced across stone carvings of celestial stories. These places of worship, discovered throughout Europe and beyond, echo the vast reach of the cult. The iconography, consistent with regional nuances, portrayed Mithras beside astrological symbols, suggesting a celestial tapestry where myth and cosmos were inextricably woven. The sacred image of the tauroctony captured the divine struggle of life reborn, a mythic ordeal shared and experienced deeply within the hearts of its initiates. Its presence in these spaces is an invitation to transcend the boundaries of ordinary existence, to peer beyond the veil into the mysteries of the universe. For those chosen to walk the path of Mithras, initiation became a transformative journey through 7 stages of enlightenment, each step a door leading deeper into the hidden realms of divine understanding. Rituals enrobed in secrecy and reverence offered glimpses of truths not found in earthly endeavours. There, in the company of kindred spirits, initiates would partake in ceremonies that painted cosmic dramas across their communal consciousness. Rituals embodying the myths of old, where the divine feast of Mithras and the sun god echoed the celestial feast of knowledge. Artifacts uncovered by archaeologists serve as spectral guides, illuminating the shadows of this once vibrant faith. The Mithraea discovered beneath ancient cities present fragments of devotion, stone whispers of faith long past. These remnants, unaccompanied by sacred texts, implore us to imagine the silent vows and shared secrets that once reverberated through these hallowed halls. The vestiges of Mithraic worship, altars, reliefs and carvings, speak in the silent language of stone. Their astrological symbols and depictions of myth, inviting us to ponder the celestial symphony in which ancient adherents found their place. As the Roman Empire shifted towards Christianity, the shadowy quiet of Mithraic rites found themselves eclipsed by the burgeoning reach of a Christianized world. The parallel paths of Mithraism and Christianity, both promising spiritual renewal and eternal truths, diverged as imperial favour shone brightly upon the latter. Mithraism, devoid of written doctrine and centralised authority, faded slowly, its rituals and symbols buried beneath the layers of time and change. Yet like a melody remembered in the heart, the essence of Mithras whispers still, its themes resonating within modern esoteric practices. In the dance of shadow and light, where ancient symbols inspire contemporary seekers, the legacy of Mithras continues, a quiet echo within the labyrinth of spiritual traditions that weave through time. Though its original voice may be silenced, the spirit of Mithraic wisdom lingers amidst those who seek the sacred and the profound, ever journeying through pathways toward the unknown. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us pause and ponder the enduring enigma of Mithras. The persistence of its mysteries beckons us to continue seeking, to embrace the unknown with curiosity and wonder. If you found solace in these whispered secrets and wish to uncover more hidden stories from the past, consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Together, let us keep walking these ancient paths, searching for glimpses of light within the sacred darkness.